guy I should call you Dead on Dave. This is Christopher Daniels.
Hey everyone, it's the Native American Tonka. Want to give a big shout out to Dead on Dave.
Dave, this is Leon White, Big Van Vader.
Dead on Dave. What's up, man? It's the coach.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and I know when I want to keep up with the latest in wrestling news from around the world, I check in with Dead on Dave Productions. He covers a wide variety of wrestling topics, including the career of the hardcore legend. Don't miss it. Dead on Productions. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is not a face of a man who is amused anymore with this shit that we are getting on WWE Monday Night Raw. 7 weeks of absolute meh at best. And I'm being generous with meh. I mean, first and foremost, I could not be more over this whole goddamn thing with Kane. It was funny. It was cute at first. It's no longer either. It's no longer either of those things. It's no longer funny. It's no longer cute. The nostalgia has passed. I don't care about Kane. I don't care about his mask. I don't care about the fire. I don't care about the brimstone. I just don't care. Like zero amounts. If I had to register how much I cared, it would be by the amount of zero. I mean, really. I mean, like, to squeeze my fingers together a little bit more. It's unbelievable how little they have me drawn in. Now, look, I got to be completely honest. Most of you guys know I did 4 hours of baseball coverage, which cut into most of Raw. I caught about half of Raw, but I also went back and I watched some highlights of what happened in the first half, and I also went and read all the shit. And I got to say, there was nothing that made me go, I got to go watch that. I got to DVR this thing. I got to go back and I got to watch it. Nothing that I read made me go, I can't miss it. I got to see it. And that's a problem. It's a problem. And it's time to stop giving WWE Raw a pass. Now, look, everything else that's going on in WWE right now, I don't have a problem with. SmackDown, during this entire 7-week stretch of absolute bullshit mediocrity that we've been getting with Monday Night Raw, we've been getting exemplary wrestling on SmackDown. It's been really good. It's what we want to see. SmackDown's being built up. Raw's not. It's absolute garbage pile, man. It's just, there's just nothing about it that makes me give a flying fornication, man. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. NXT, fantastic. Everything that's going on in the network, loving it. But Raw, the flagship show, the show that's supposed to really get you going, that's supposed to bring you in and just absolutely just make you give a shit about everything. It's the one that makes you want to tear your goddamn hair out and run away. It's just unfortunate where this has gone. So I got to be completely honest. We're going to be taking a lot of calls tonight. I'm exhausted. I've been up all night. It is now 5:13 in the morning. So this review is about you guys, man. I want to hear your copious amounts of notes. I want to hear your opinions more than ever before. I always want to hear your opinions, but tonight, even more than ever. Phone calls, phone calls, phone calls. That dictates the entire show. You can start calling in right now. Not a problem at all. You can do so on Skype at David Vancura, DavidVancura, or use the phone number 702-751-2902. You can go ahead and call in, and I will take your phone calls. You can tell me exactly what you thought of Raw. From what I saw, everything that I needed to see about it, I give it about a 4, which is probably the lowest rating I've ever given Monday Night Raw. It's not that this was worse than it was. This is not the worst Raw I've ever seen, but the parts that I saw, and apparently the last 40 minutes was the best part of it, and all of it was shit. All of it was shit. Who gave a shit about this whole Summer Rae Rusev thing? I guess the only positive is it looks like they're finally ending it. But other than that, I mean, who gives a flying fuck? It's horrible. It's a really bad situation right now. Let's take a caller. We're going to start with Asher tonight. What's going on, man? You're live with Dead on Dave. Asher.
Asher.
Nope, can't hear you, buddy. Can't hear you. Well, that's a way to start the night. That's about the way that's about the way I had to figure out it was going to go. Yeah, it's one of those nights, man. Even the phone calls can't work properly, man. That's just what happens. I don't know. It was absolute mumble and static. I couldn't hear a word he said, but that's okay. Because I'm sure we got more callers. We got more people who want to get their opinions heard. Now, I got to be completely honest here. I went into Raw the last hour and a half of it in a very good mood because, as you know, if you were with me, the 4 hours I did before, you know, the Cubs won Game 3 of the NLDS tonight against the St. Louis Cardinals. So, I'm in a great mood. I'm woo, it's the burr, you know, I'm all about it. And then I start watching Raw, the shit show of what's going on, and it just puts me in a bad mood, a bod mood, just a terrible, terrible mood. Puts me in a tizzy because it was just absolutely horrible. Ash, we're going to give Asher a second chance here. Asher, you got a second chance, man. You're live with Dead on Dave. Hopefully your shit's figured out. What's up? Yep, I don't know what to tell you. Asher shit ain't working. Nothing I can do about that, but it's okay. Alex Williams said, I was originally going to watch Cronin Show, but I decided to watch a sexy fat man instead. I appreciate that. This sexiness is all for you, Alex Williams. Oh, the nips are hard because we're here to please. So yes, this is your favorite fat man in the world. Come on in. Let's get down. Talk about Raw. Tell me what you thought. I really, from the hour and a half that I saw, I couldn't be less interested. I don't think it was better than last week. And that's the first judgment you have to have. You look at it, you go, okay, how was it compared to last week? Last week sucked. This week, from the hour and a half that I saw, it was worse. Let's look at some of the things we got. We got one of the worst tired freaking angles. Triple H and Stephanie can't be there. Oh, no, and they can't call in because for some reason they have bad connection. Really? It just seems like nobody gave an absolute fuck about any of it. It was just absolutely horrible. It's like nobody cared. I mean, I guess the Cena Dolph Ziggler match was good. I didn't get to see it. I heard it was decent, but I know that there's going to be a feud there, a rivalry probably after Cena takes his break and comes back, and that's great, and Ziggler will be heel, and hopefully with Nikki, that would be fantastic. But, you know, at the same time, it still comes down to, fuck it. David S., technically, Dave, I'm my favorite fat man, but you're defiantly second. Well, I like to be defiantly anything, so I appreciate that, because I am defiant. So there you go. Philip is my first name. Hey, Dave, I would like to call in, but it's too late for me. I'm going to listen to this as late as I can. Raw sucked, by the way. Much agreed. Much agreed. Andrew Guriken says, terrible Raw. Does creative give a fuck about anyone besides John Cena and Kane? No. And here's the thing. I don't understand why they care about Kane. I went with it. I was like, okay, it's all right. This isn't so bad. Kane, seeing him in the mask again. Oh, he's kind of crazy and kooky. Yeah. It's done. It's no longer cute to me. It's no longer interesting. I no longer gives a fuck. It's just, I couldn't care. I just couldn't. You can't get me to really care. It's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Andrew Gurikan says, Ziggler got no soul to all hell. It was frustrating. Good wrestling by Dolph, but shitty finish. Basically, that's what always happens. It's the same thing that happens every single week. Cena just no-sells everybody's finish and then is able to get the finish himself. How many times can we continue to see it? And I don't bitch about it as much as others, but I'm getting to the point where I can't fucking take it anymore. And look, I'm going to give some of it a pass because most of everything that we're seeing in WWE right now is much better. But Raw has got to improve. This is the driving show. This is the driving show. And it's got to improve. Jake Hardy says, Dave, do you think Dean is the former WWE champ? Because technically he did win the belt. Can I get your thoughts? Actually, no, he didn't actually ever get a recorded finish, I don't think. He had the situation where he had the belt, but he didn't. So, unfortunately, no, I don't think he's a champion. Weird question. The Acting Maniac. This is my only baseball-related comment in the stream, Dave. But if Mama shows up and tells you to suck my dick, 10-4 Mets at the bottom of the 7th. Boom. There you go. There you go. It's interesting. I'm going to start with some of the things that I saw. I basically tuned in right around Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, that mountain of a man. It is what it is. That match was, I don't think anybody was expecting it to be a classic, but at the same time, I think that I want to bury it, but I can't, because there was some good parts to the match. I thought that the ending was a little bit of a bleh, and then the whole not beating down Roman. At least it's not the exact same thing that they've done in the past. Roman now has no backup, by the way, because Randy and Dean are doing their thing, and they're taking on the rest of the Wyatts at fucking at Hell in a Cell for some reason. It's just kind of weird. This whole situation is just kind of bizarre. It's good to see Roman and Braun in a singles competition. It's a really good thing to see Braun do his thing on his own. But I kind of feel like we need a little bit more. Braun needs more singles competition. There's no question about that. He should get better with time. But it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. I thought the segment kind of fell flat, and that's what I was introduced to tonight. And that's apparently one of the better things on Raw from what I'm understanding. Alex Williams says, by the way, nice Raw graphics. Thank you very much for noticing. Yes, we've got all new graphics. Every show on the channel has brand new graphics. Every single one of them. Every show I got, NXT, SmackDown, all of it. New graphics, and it's all thanks to the newest Dead on Dave team member, Sal, the copious graphics guru. This dude is an absolute badass, and if you want graphics and you like what you see, go ahead and hit me up on Skype at DeadOnDaveV or right in the chat below, and we'll make something happen. I'll get in contact with Sal, and I'll see if you are, well, he'll see if you are worthy of having his graphics bestowed upon you. I'm really happy with all the work he's done. It's absolutely phenomenal. So thanks for noticing. I appreciate that, Alex. Let's go to another call. Ed Rage Hardy, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, Dave, man.
What's up,
nice
man?
New layout. Nice new layout. It looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
My goodness. Oh, Raw turned me into Zandig.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I don't want to talk about it, but Roman Reigns, that promo was literally, I agreed with the crowd, boring.
Yeah. It was horrible. It just, look, the thing is, it's just, I didn't catch all that promo. I got to be completely honest. I was on a phone call at the time. But that crowd couldn't care about anything. That crowd absolutely sucked. And I can tell you why, man. The Cubs were in town. The Cubs didn't playoff game. So all of the real sports people, the people who really gave a crap about sports in a hardcore way, they're at the game. The only adults who are really at Raw tonight are the super hardcore wrestling fans that can't miss anything, who were not going to be happy with tonight's show anyway, and the parents of the little booger eaters who forced them to go to Raw instead of the Cubs. So they were resentful. So it was just a hostile crowd who didn't give a shit about anything. We had Husky Harris chants tonight. They were not giving the Divas hashtag don't give Divas a chance was more like it. Multiple CM Punk chants, which is something that has died down recently when they've been going to Chicago, but not tonight. It's just one of those things. It was absolutely terrible.
My goodness. The CM Punk's chance just made me laugh because everybody knew it was going to be Demon Kane at the end.
Yes, which is a problem. Why do we care about Demon Kane? Why? What's there to care about Demon friggin' Kane? It's done. It's over. It's tired. Oh.
Why? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why are you putting the two guys that are main eventing the pay-per-view, unless it's going to be Undertaker and Brock Lesnar that are main eventing? But
well, the reason is because they're trying to sell the pay-per-view, trying to sell the match, and that's why they had Kane go over tonight, is to try to make you think that there's a chance that Seth is losing that belt. But as we know, most of the time when the face goes over on Raw, especially the non-champion face goes over on Raw, they're probably not going over on the pay-per-view. Now, this is 2 weeks before the pay-per-view, so maybe that formula doesn't hold, but it's not a good sign. More than likely, we don't want Kane as champion anyway, let's face it. But here's what I don't get. Instead of having that absolute throwaway match between Cena and Rollins at Madison Square Garden in the cage, why not just have the damn culmination of Kane and Rollins there? Why not just get it over with there instead of dragging this out another 4 weeks? That's what I don't understand.
I agree with you. That's actually a great idea. That's how it should have been done, because this is boring.
Yeah, it is. It's boring. It's nonsensical. There's just nothing about it that's drawing me in. Usually I will shit on the crowds when I think that they're being unfair, but tonight they weren't being unfair. They were aggravated, but they were also not given anything to give a shit about. It was a bad Raw.
It's been SmackDown's getting better than Raw. It makes no sense.
7 weeks.
I'm actually starting to watch SmackDown again.
Yeah, as you should. If you guys are really looking for something, go watch SmackDown, because that's absolutely awesome, man. SmackDown's been really good. We're talking 7 weeks now. 7 weeks of meh on Raw and 7 weeks of ooh on SmackDown. That's what's going on. A meh and a ooh. And I like the ooh better than meh. Just me. I don't know.
But at least one thing happened. So I guess they're dropping the Rusev and Lana thing.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. I don't always like when they do shit like this. When they,
I hate it when they broke kayfabe. I know kayfabe is dead, but I hate that.
I don't mind the breaking of kayfabe. I hate it when it's in a situation like this, where they had a very public, or a very big blow up between Rusev and Lana. She goes on with Ziggler, and then just out of nowhere, with really no backstory, nothing, she breaks to TMZ that they've been engaged for a month and all of this stuff. I just think that honestly, this is probably an overreaction, and this is probably why I don't own a federation of my own. But I would let Lana go over this. Like, I don't think you can have this. You can't leak to tabloids, and that is essentially what TMZ is. You can't leak to tabloids something that's going to alter the on-camera story. You just can't do it in my eyes. So I think that's a big problem. The breaking of the kayfabe. I thought they weren't going to break kayfabe when they pointed out, because Michael Cole talked about it in the match. I thought he fucked up. Yeah. But then the TMZ thing. And then they showed the pictures and everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your rating tonight, bud?
Oh, jeez, I'll give it a 2.
2. Yeah. Well, that's probably fair. I appreciate
the only thing that entertained me was
before I let you go?
Yes, one thing. Your fucking hair is awesome.
I appreciate that, isn't it? I got flowing locks of blonde hair. I'm going to go blonder, I've decided. More blonde. I'm going to go lighter. It's hard to tell in this light exactly. I look like a ginger in this light, but it is actually blonde, and I'm going to go more blonde soon. So thank you for the compliment on the hair. I appreciate it. I'm a vain guy.
Don't be like me. I did the Rollins hairstyle. I still have it, and everybody hates me.
Everybody hates me because that hair game. Don't worry about it.
Puerto Rico's a babyface crowd.
That's right. Puerto Rico. Take it easy, Ed Rage Hardy.
Yeah, it's a good night, babe.
Take it easy, man. Good call. Good call. Legacy Caden, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Okie dokie. Wow, that's amazing. That person called in 7 times, basically. 7 times. to do that. Thank you for the scream. Amazing. Great scream. Hey, you guys in the chat, I appreciate everybody in the chat right now. I want you to do one thing for me. Hit that like button. Bionic elbow that like button. Kiss that like button. Kiss it. Get in there and give it copious amounts of kisses. You got a tablet. You got a phone. Kiss that like button. Make love to the like button. Because I got to tell you guys, all likes are not created equal, baby. No, no, no. I could tell what type of energy you put in to those like touches. I know when you just scroll over it with your mouse and just barely even give it a little wiggle. No, I know when you caress it, when you love it. So love that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Donate to the channel if you're so inclined. Help us continue to grow and make the channel better. You can do that right in the description box of this video. And because of those things, we get cool numbers like 702-751-2902. And someone's calling it right now, so let's take that call. 631. You are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, what's up?
What's
up,
man?
Cena singing with the fan when he came out was just like absolutely fucking hysterical. That was like one of the funniest things I've seen in forever.
When who came out?
When Cena came out and like everybody was singing John Cena sucks and he started dancing with like the person in the crowd, I just thought that was like so funny.
I missed that.
And is there any way to gauge that everybody just hates Cena more than the fact that like they were more like interested in the engagement going on outside of the ring? Like, you just listen to superstars like larger than life and they care more about fucking people getting engaged. So it's not that they're like that they just hate him and like they're not interested. Like clearly.
Yeah, they're checked out. And sometimes the Chicago crowd can be like that, but all crowds are starting to be like this. They just don't care. And why should
and
they
like
care?
That's an extremely good point. And the other thing I want to bring up, like I think he was just talking about the whole like breaking kayfabe thing with Lana and Rusev.
Yeah.
Like, do these people not watch TV? Does Cena not know that he's getting followed around by a fucking camera crew? Like, how does he not know that this is a storyline? Like, how does this make sense at all? Like, how does he not know about the Nikki Bella thing already? Like, and why are they on TV together if he doesn't know? Like, it's just so stupid.
It is. And I don't even mind the breaking. Kayfabe is dead. Let's be straight about that. Kayfabe no longer exists. The internet has killed it. It's dead. It's buried. And that's okay. Wrestling is different than it was in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 60s, 50s. It's different. It's not the same thing. You're no longer trying to protect kayfabe. In fact, just like tonight, the announcers tell everybody exactly how full of shit everything truly is. They tried to salvage it with Summer Rae cutting that promo. It just didn't make sense. That's the part of it. It just, they seem so caught out of left field that Lana did this, that Summer just buries Rusev, calls him a bastard. They let her bust out the bastard for this. That's how flubbered they were.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like it would have been so easy to make it make sense though. Like, I feel like they're going through leaps and bounds to make it not make sense. And like, that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like they're putting any thought into it. You know, it's like, they're just like, we'll just have her bury him. That's it. We'll just have her bury him on camera and that'll be it. No matter how.
Do you think that this is a punishment for Rusev? Do you think they're mad? Like, do you think that they're mad that this got out? They might be like, hey, listen, this is the end now. Now you're going to be jobbing to Ryback.
Yeah, probably. They probably are mad. They probably are a little irritated at it because it does put a halt to storylines. And
because Lana's not even allowed to smile. She's not allowed to go outside of her house, outside of kayfabe, when she was with Rusev. So I understand that kayfabe's dead, but in some aspects, still alive. And I feel like they just shat all over whatever they were trying to do. So maybe he is getting punished. Maybe that's why it doesn't make sense. Like, you know what? We want everyone to hate. Fuck
well,
you.
I think they were kind of already frustrated with Lana anyway, because there were reports that they kind of caught her in a lie and all of this stuff about her training. And then she gets hurt right before she's finally about to wrestle and all of this. And then on top of that, she kind of blows the lid off this story. It's not like she just got caught in newspaper or anything. She went to TMZ with this story. You know, that's difference. That's a big difference than just walking around and getting a snapshot of her and Rusev. She went.
Yeah, I
to
100%
TMZ.
agree.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
100%. And you have people like Bray Wyatt and stuff, you know what I mean? They don't go, he's not walking around with a lantern, you know what I mean, going to 7-Eleven, but he's also not, you know what I mean, like kissing babies and shaking hands. You know what I mean? There has to be some kind of kayfabe so it's not insulting everyone's intelligence constantly.
Sure. It's kind of funny. We've been seeing a lot, and I've been giving a lot of love to things like Up, Up, Down, Down and Table for Three, and a lot of things that are kind of pulling back the curtain and showing these wrestlers in a more regular human light. We got a stark reminder that not everybody believes in that with a very recent episode of Up, Up, Down, Down. Xavier Woods had Stardust, not Cody Rhodes, Stardust on the show, and Stardust was in full character the entire time. He had a lot of fun with it. You could tell that he kind of was breaking at points, and it was very funny. But it just goes to show some people still do take their characters very seriously. So not everybody.
I think they need more of that.
Yeah, I think it would help. But
I think the writers need to start taking the characters more seriously.
I think a lot of these writers need to be fired. They don't need 24 writers.
100%.
That's part of the issue.
Why are there writers though? Like that seems like, you know what I mean, almost like completely unnecessary for a wrestling product. Like why wouldn't it? Why would there be people who are getting hired, you know what I mean, solely as writers rather than being like, okay, you're a wrestler. Well, then we want to hear what. Like, why is there not a panel of wrestlers rather than a panel of writers doing stories that would even cut down on how much money they have to be paying people? I feel like if all the talent was allowed to sit in a room and they came up with everything rather than people who are coming up with, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, there's always been writers. There's always been bookers. There's always been writers. There's always been guys that have been behind the scenes. Sometimes there have been dudes like Dusty Rhodes. He booked a lot of things when he was still active, but it was more largely towards the end of his career. Same thing with the Andersons. Flair had some creative control in the back where he was booking things, calling shots. But that's something that they kind of got away from in the 90s because WCW was a big proving point that when you let the inmates run the asylum, the ship fucking goes down. And that does become an issue.
Yeah.
I think NXT is an example of how it can work on a smaller scale. One writer, one overseer. That's it. You got one main writer, I forgot his name, and then Triple H oversees him. That's all you really need. And then he has his agents. He's got like Road Dogg and Billy and other trainers that give ideas, and that's all you really need.
I feel like it's unfortunate that WWE's only competition, though, is within them, because then there's no incentive to get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? That's nobody's fault except ours. The industry is dead. It's not because another organization can't compete with the WWE. It's just that there's simply no room. There's not enough hardcore fans out there that want to see what Ring of Honor's doing, what TNA was doing. Now they're just absolute shit. But what Lucha's doing, there's just not enough of us. Unfortunately, most of the wrestling audience that's out there, they want to see what WWE was doing. They want to see that balanced product that still placates to the kiddies and all of that. And we are the dinosaurs now. We're the ones we're the only ones complaining. You know, WWE's making money. Their stock's at $20 a fucking share right now. The kids are happy because they're getting the same old shit and they're buying their Cena shirts. We're the ones that's miserable. And what are we doing? It's 5:38 in the morning here in Germany, and I'm talking on a goddamn talk show about my disgust with it. That's what we got.
Very true.
That's
but the ratings are the lowest they've ever been. Like, that's the thing. Well, in a while. Like, they just got a 2.6. Like, so, Dave, how did you save the WWE personally? Like, what would you do in this situation? Because they're at the lowest rating.
Yeah, the funny thing is that it doesn't mean anything. And here's why. Back when WWE was getting 2s and shit before the big boom, the Attitude Era boom, they weren't 2 and 3 in the ratings on Monday night. They were much lower down the line. Now, with a 2.4, a 2.6, and all that, they're still 2 or 3 every single Monday night. They're going to take that. They don't give a shit. You know, TV's changed so much. So many people are watching online.
So there's nothing to fix, is what you're saying.
Well, so there's plenty to fix. But from WWE's standpoint, there's just nothing. The way that they look at it, they're still happy. Because there's plenty to fix.
What does it take to be unhappy then? And what is it?
Raw's not having anybody in there anymore, like not being able to sell out any more crowds. The network completely failing. It would take those type of things. But the fact is, the network's not failing. It's still growing in numbers. There's, like I said, they're still 2 and 3 in the ratings on fucking Mondays nights. SmackDown's rising again. They got the hottest product in wrestling in NXT. I mean, WWE is not.
I think that the WWE. I think the WWE network could be bigger than Netflix if they knew how to market it right. If they made a commercial where they had everybody in their old ring gear, Stone Cold, The Rock, Kane, everybody like following around a kid in his early 20s, like, hey, remember all your old friends eating at a diner like with them? You know what I mean? Something stupid like that. That would make so much money because every time I go to a party, like, what does everybody always wind up talking about? At some point, WWF when we were kids. Like, they could market that nostalgia 90s kid thing so well. They just don't know how to do it. They don't know what they have with the WWE network. I feel like if they moved Raw over to the WWE network, marketed it correctly, they could be making more money than ever.
There's a lot that needs to change, and that could be a whole show in and of itself, to be completely honest. The changes of Monday Night Raw. But what's your rating for tonight, man?
Like 5.
Yeah, that's about right. Hey, I appreciate the call and really good talk, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. No, man, I appreciate you talking to me. Have a great one, Dave. I'm a big
problem,
fan.
man. You take it easy, buddy.
Later, buddy. Like the blonde hair.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. It's styling and profiling. Well, this should be interesting. Dead on Dave, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations. Good job. I don't even know what the hell that was. It's terrible. It's terrible, man. And call in. Waste all this time. Fuck off. Drives me crazy. So, hey, now it's time to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys have to say in the chat. Give me your ratings for Monday Night Raw. I want to know what you have to say about Raw. Tell me right now in the chat. Give me your rating. I want to know. Let's take a call here. Sod Villa, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Sod Villa, you're live. Dead on Dave. What you got? Dead. You're dead. Dead. Another dead. Let's try it again. Sod Villa, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Okay, I'm not answering again. I'm not answering again. Yeah, we didn't get Dead on Dave and Dead on Dave. It could have been like the Undertakers at SummerSlam, but we didn't get that. I think it was SummerSlam. I don't know. I think it was. We didn't get it. We didn't get it. I don't know. It's just weird. Just weird. Michael, there we go. Now we got a caller. Michael Mendoza, you are live with Dead on Dave. What's going on, my partner?
What's up, Dave? How's it going, bro?
I'm living large, man. I got new graphics. My Cubs won tonight. I couldn't be happy.
Nice. The new layout looks sick, man. I really like it. I'm digging it. Like it a lot.
That's all thanks to the graphics guru, the newest member of Dead on Dave Productions, Sal. He's a badass. He'll cut you. I don't know why I keep saying that. This guy's like the nicest guy in the world, but I don't know why. I just
Sal,
keep saying
right? It's the name. It's Italian. You kind of think he might cut you just because
he might cut you. It's okay.
Yeah. But what's up? So how was Raw? Because honestly, I was going back and forth because my Mets are spanking these bitches right now, and I'm loving every fucking moment of it.
Dude, I missed the first half of motherfucking Raw. I was watching my Cubbies. I missed the first half, but it was horrible. The half I did see and everything that I read, I mean, the half I saw was bad. It was just not good. It's not that it was like horrendous, but it was just boring. It was the same old things, the same stuff we see each and every single week. The Kane thing, I'm just over. And then when I went back and read everything that happened in the first hour and a half, I didn't see one thing that made me go,
I saw the Dolph Ziggler and Cena match, which was, I mean, to its credit, it wasn't a bad match, but the ending sucked, of course, because it just ended up where, John Cena pulls his... It's like he's getting lazy with that, the attitude adjustment. He just fucking drops him. There's no...
He's like, nah.
That's the thing that pisses me off. Yeah, it's just like no effort in it. It's like, come on, like at least fucking sell it. Don't just drop him like fucking nothing. It's just... That kind of annoyed me. But the match itself, I gotta admit, wasn't a bad match. It was entertaining.
I think
So
it has
like
to get to the
match.
point, and I think for me it has, that those endings with Cena and stuff, they're affecting my entire outlook on his matches. If he continues to no-sell like this, it's just, I cannot give the entire match a pass anymore. It's ruining it. I don't know.
Because it was a good match, and that's the thing. I think it was a good match. I have to say, because it's one of the few matches I did catch, because I was definitely not paying attention to Raw, because I was definitely watching the game. But
I don't blame you.
I did see that full match, and it definitely kept my attention. And Ziggler looked pretty good in the match, and Cena just looked like Cena. And it was a pretty decent match. The ending, like I said, sucked. I really, really don't understand why Ziggler is trying to be Shawn Michaels 2.0.
Yeah. I heard he tuned up the band tonight. Is that
yes,
true?
he did. Yes, he did. And Shawn Michaels being my favorite wrestler, just like a lot of people.
Yep.
It was kind of weird to see that, because it was just like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, but I mean, come on, man. Like,
No, it's a little bit of a big deal. It's pretty goddamn annoying.
Yeah, it was just a little too much for me. I was sitting there and I was like, okay, is he really trying to tune up the band and everything? So I was like, okay.
I think that we're going to see a heel turn out of Ziggler. I think that's what's going to end up happening here.
Yeah, he did an eye rake in the match. He did an eye rake, which was very heel type, and so I definitely feel I was expecting him at the end of the match to sort of turn heel, possibly. That I guess is too early, because I was expecting Ziggler to sort of I was expecting Cena to reach his hand and say, "Hey, good match," and Ziggler sort of brushing him off, telling him to fuck off or whatever.
But instead they glared at each other, right? They stared.
Yeah. And that was it, and they just cut away. So I was like, okay, I guess that's not happening.
Well, I'm
not
pretty
yet,
sure
that
Cena's
is.
going to go away, and because he is going away for a little while, we know that. And then during that time, I wouldn't be surprised if Ziggler and Nikki started working some kind of an angle together, and that turned into a big thing when Cena came back. I could see that totally happening.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind their feud. I don't mind that whole, that idea of Ziggler going over on Cena for the title and having the storyline. I think it's good for Ziggler.
Sure.
And I think he deserves it. I mean, he's a hard worker. He's a good worker in the ring. So I guess he's never really gotten too much shine. But I think it's a good thing for Ziggler. So I'm happy for him. Yeah. I mean, would I like to see somebody else in that position? Probably. I think I know. I heard that's another thing I wanted to bring up. This whole thing with Cesaro. Because I heard you didn't like the table for three, which I didn't really care for it either. But it just didn't seem to have a lot of flow to it compared to the other ones. It didn't
because
have
Cesaro wouldn't shut the fuck up. Cesaro, I get it now. I understand WWE.
I get it.
I get it. I know why they're not pushing Cesaro. If you watch Table for Three and you could sit through it and not want to punch Cesaro in the face by the end of that, you're a fucking superhero. I mean, how many times does this guy say "like" during that fucking thing? Like he's either just the most awkward, and I know that the foreign thing has something to do with it, and I give him a little pass there, but he's either the most awkward fucking speaking person I've ever seen, or he's an idiot, and I don't know which one's the better option.
I don't think he's an idiot, only because what he does in the ring, he does such great stuff and creative stuff. I think it's a language barrier, a lot of it, and he just, maybe he just doesn't have that charisma on, as far as when it's to be on the camera. But to his point though, he does show a lot of charisma in the wrestling ring and the move sets and his reactions in the ring, his sells,
times,
everything that he does. It's a lot of charisma coming off him, I think. For me, but he just when speaking wise, he just doesn't have it, and I don't know if it's something that he can work with it.
Let me ask you this, because I think this is important. If you are making a champion, you have your own organization, and you're getting a champion, would you want to interact with Cesaro every day and have conversations with this fucking guy in the back? Would you want to talk to him and listen to this shit every day? No,
I can't.
You're gonna bury him on the mid card.
I know. Well, that's what they're doing. And
get your ass in there and team with Neville and lose.
And that's what they're doing. Yeah, basically. And the crowd seemed to really miss him, and they got behind him before the match even started. Which I mean, of course, I'm always going to be happy to see him because I just love what he does in the ring. I mean, I get that he's probably just not the most charismatic guy, and I get that, and I wish that he was, because I think he deserves to be pushed a lot just for his work ethic and what he does in the ring. He just, he's going to give you a great match 9 times out of 10. No matter who's in the ring, he makes the people that he's in the ring better, I think.
I couldn't agree with you more. I love Cesaro in the ring. I love him in the ring.
So,
but
yeah,
you need more than that. You
do, yeah.
At least in the WWE, you need more than that. And
yeah, but I do think that I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I don't know if they're pissed with him or what, but I don't like. I watch Superstars as as I told you before, and I don't know if you even caught it or what, or if it was but he had a match with this fucking guy, man. They keep fucking with this guy too, Adam Rose.
Oh yeah, the party pooper Adam Rose.
The party pooper, Adam Rose. And he stopped saying party pooper so much in the last promo that I watched him on Superstars. It's like they're trying to tell him to stop saying it so much and come up with something else. But he had a match with Adam Rose, and Adam Rose came out and cut a promo on him before the match started. And it was almost like WWE was like whipping their big dick out and slapping Cesaro in the face with it.
Yeah.
Because it was word for word. There were if I could remember, if you get a chance, I don't know if you can watch it or what, but if you get a chance, I guess try to look it up, because it really, I was watching and I was like, wow, they're really fucking with this guy, man. What did this guy do to piss off WWE? Because Adam Rose just starts cutting this promo on him, telling him, oh, it must bother you that guys like Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens have come here and they've made they're bigger than you are. And
it's
you just have.
It's just.
I know, but he's literally telling him like you have no charisma. Like if somebody.
But yeah, Owens did the same thing to him. If you remember, Owens did the exact same thing to him.
I think so, but I feel like it was just so straight to the point and on the nose. Like it was like somebody in WWE, the writers, was like, "Here, take this and just blast them on television." I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me thinking too much about it, but it just sounded so on the nose, like too on the nose.
No, it's not the first time they've done that to Cesaro. Ever since Vince said it on that Stone Cold podcast, ever since he said those very words about Cesaro, they don't hide it anymore. Now they just say, "Yeah, fuck him, fuck him in the ear."
Yeah. Well,
but I gotta be honest, if I'm WWE, I don't want to deal with this guy on a daily basis. I'd blow my goddamn head off if I had to have a 5-minute conversation with Cesaro every day. I'd just be like, oh, okay, just go to the ring and take on Adam Rose. Go, yeah, that's fine. Adam, go bury him. Adam, get out there and bury him. I'm gonna continue to support the guy. I hope that he gets better. I am too. I like Cesaro.
I really hope that he gets a good push and it almost seems like supposedly Cena wanted to have him go over him with this title, and I guess they just said no. And I guess
Cena
maybe
doesn't want
Ziggler.
anyone to go over him. Cena's a poof.
I don't know. I don't think Cena's that much of a dick, but I mean, maybe he is. You never know. You never know these guys. So I mean,
he's so pretentious. He's so pretentious. Did you see what he said about his reasons for leaving?
No, I did not see that.
Oh, he's such a narcissistic fuck. Oh my god. So this is what he says. This is what he goes. People are like asking him, and why is he taking the time off and everything? And he's like, it's not because of injuries. It's not because of anything like that. When you guys do find out why I'm gone, you'll understand why it was completely necessary. What the fuck? Just tell us, you bag of dicks.
Very cryptic. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh no, he wants us all to care. Well, the problem is we don't, John. We don't give a fuck. We don't care, John. John. Fucking
poor
asshole.
John Cena, man. I try to give that dude so many passes, especially because he had a pretty decent year as far as.
Sure. Some of the best matches we've seen this year had to do with John Cena. 100%.
But he just, he's just like sort of just like a kid that just doesn't know how to stop fucking up. He he keeps doing stuff to remind you that he's a kind of a fuck up, and he just does things that annoys the crap out of you.
Yep.
So
he's just an awkward man. His body looks awkward. His muscles look misshapen and weird. He's got a strange face. His haircut's awkward. He wears jean shorts, and he's proud of that. And then everything he does athletically is just awkward and strange. He's just an awkward and strange man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said,
but he gets to fuck Nikki Bella.
Yeah. That's
golf
not a
clap
bad trade-off.
For that.
That's not a bad trade-off. No, that's pretty good. You get to go home to that every night.
I'd wear her like an astronaut suit. I swear to God.
No, yeah, and so that's the only thing I saw. I saw the Roman thing with Bray Wyatt. I saw the crowd was, just not giving a fuck and getting on Roman, which was kind of funny to me, but it was funny.
This is not a crowd that was going to give Roman the benefit anyway.
He tried to at least interact with them though, because first I think it was the "what" chant that came out. Immediately, as soon as he got his ass into the ring, the "what" chant came out. And he was like, "Oh, what? You guys can't hear me? Is that why you keep saying what?"
Yeah.
And and then the boring chant started. This is boring, and he was like, "Oh no, this is not boring, guys. This is real. This is real life or real talk or something like that." And the match was as good as I thought it was going to be. I don't think Strowman is really going to produce great matches. I don't think so. I didn't really think it was going to be great, but it was as good as I thought it was going to be. And I saw the main event, and that was as entertaining, I guess, as it could be.
Oh no, it certainly was not.
The best part was New
They could have
Day,
had El
of course.
Torito come out. It would have been more fucking entertaining than seeing
New Day
Demon
had
King.
me pissing in my pants. I don't know if you caught it, but when Big Show was in front of them, Big E was doing the little, the choke slam little movement with his arm, and then they kept fucking with Big Show on the sideline.
Yeah.
And then Rollins' music comes out. They're like playing air guitar
I know.
air drums. I'm like, good God, man.
The only good thing they got going right now is New Day. That is it. And New Day is great, but we're not getting enough of them. Give me 3 hours of New Day. I don't give a fuck. I'll take it.
Yeah, I
love
didn't see what they did with them tonight, so I don't know. I didn't see what part when they were on the show. So
They were in the beginning. They were in the beginning.
On the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I just hope that they find another team after this Dudley shit is over with. I hope they find another team that can kind of have a good feud with them, because I don't really see any other teams out there right now. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
There's really not a lot of. There's the Wyatts, and there was the weird Cosmic Wasteland shit that lasted for a couple of weeks. But there's not a lot of factions, and maybe there needs to be. Maybe Maybe we need a faction mania. I don't know. That's never the answer. But
I don't know. Why don't they just bring some of the NXT guys up already? I mean, they're loaded with tag teams down there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why they won't try one of these guys out. I mean, maybe they tried the Ascension and it didn't work out for them. But,
I think they've had a lot of successes with people like in singles competition, but I mean, look what there's no confidence. I think because any tag team that's going to get brought up, I think they are going to go to Hunter and say, "Can we bring these guys up?" And Hunter's going to just say, "Are you kidding me? Ascension, Lucha Dragons, go fuck." That's what he's going to say. He's going to tell him to go eat a dick. Yeah.
It just sucks. Because
Are you ready to eat my cock? That's all he's going to do.
It sucks because they have such that's one of the reasons why I love NXT is their tag team division. They're always putting out great tag team matches.
They're
so
loaded,
much fun to
and
watch
it's actual tag team wrestling too. That's the great thing.
That's I mean, and also I want to bring up another point too. You were talking about the Up Up Down show with Stardust in there. That was hysterical. I wanted to call in earlier when I saw it because I didn't want to forget. But thank God you brought it up and I remembered again. Because I know you were having this conversation probably on one of these shows as far as like, why don't we get a new member for the New Day? And what do you think about Cody Rhodes coming back as Cody Rhodes and finally giving up this gimmick and trying to be part of the New Day? Because the chemistry that they had just on that 10-minute video was fucking great, man. And Cody Rhodes he comes off as this really funny fucking guy, and it was really enjoyable to watch. And I was like, this type of humor might work, if they were together in the same group. And
the interesting thing about it is, I think it would work as Stardust. I think if Stardust just went to New Day, I think that would work.
That would be super freaking
because
weird.
I mean, let's face it. That's what worked on Up Up Down Down, just him being Stardust. Now, I'm sure he would have been just as funny as Cody, but just seeing him in the makeup and doing the things they were doing, the touching of the fingers, all of the random Star Wars facts, which I loved because I knew every one of those. Like, not one Star Wars fact that he said I didn't know, but I didn't care. I was just like, oh, he's like me.
It was
like
just
me.
It was funny.
I'm just fatter.
It was just the chemistry was great, and it was funny. It just got me thinking because I was just like, well, what are they going to do with Cody Rhodes now? Because they're not doing the Neville thing, this whole Ascension and then Stardust tag team, whatever you want to call it. That looks like it's done. So what are they going to do with Cody Rhodes? And I was like, why not throw him in there with the New Day? I mean, what else are they going to do with Cody Rhodes? And they're looking for new members. Why not spice it up a little bit, throw something different in there? So I don't know. I just thought that was a funny thing after watching that. It got me thinking about Cody Rhodes and the New Day.
Yeah.
So
I think that would be pretty cool, actually. Hey, so what's your rating for Raw tonight, man?
From what I watched, it's hard to give a rating. I guess I'm gonna assume that it was a bad show.
Good assumption.
So I'll give it a 3, 4.
There you go. That's my boy.
Just because I believe in what you told me, and I guess what the other callers have said.
Well, all you got to do is believe.
Oh, don't even bring up that poor bastard.
Believe in Dead on Dave. That's all you got to do. Hey, I appreciate the call, my friend.
All right, man. You take it easy, man. I'm going to finish watching my Mets kick the Dodgers' ass.
Take it easy, my brother. Have a good night.
All right, later, Dave.
Michael Mendoza, everybody. Michael fucking Mendoza. It was a good old time. Good old time. So, yeah, should we give Dead on Dave another chance to call in? I mean, this dude's been trying to call in the entire time. I feel like it's a mistake to do this. It's a bad idea. But let's go ahead and do it anyway. Dead on Dave, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? What a loser. That is really all, like an hour worth of calling in. That's what a loser. Just absolute retarded. But that's it. Let's see here. My rating for Raw tonight is a 5. 5. That's it. I can't keep talking about it anymore right now. Raw it's just blah. I've been up all night. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm completely exhausted. We had the great night over earlier on Touch 'Em All. We talked baseball. We had the Cubs winning Game 3 of the NLDS. It was awesome. We've had a great night. It's still, I believe, for at least another hour or so. It's about to be the 13th in Canada, but it was Thanksgiving in Canada today, so there was early hockey action there and all kinds of good stuff. So that's it. That's it. I mean, we had a really good day of sports. NFL is winding up. Is the NFL over? Is Monday Night Football done? Let's find out. I'll give you the score. The Steelers are actually able to pull it out, and they beat San Diego, which I didn't think they were going to be able to do, but they were able to do it, and boom. And they won it at the buzzer beater. The Mets are beating up the Dodgers. Kansas City beat Houston, and Toronto was able to beat the Texas Rangers. So there you go. There's your sports wrap-up of the night. So I hope you guys had a good time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Man, I had a good time as always. I love coming in here and talking to you guys. It's one of my favorite things to do. Keep me going, and I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate you guys calling. I appreciate you guys writing in the chat, man. I appreciate the donations. And if you want to donate, you can still do that right in the donation box of this video. And that's because that we're able to get cool numbers like 702-751-2902. New graphics, a new website, deadondave.net. Got some great things about that. I'm very excited about that. Potentially, very soon, we're going to have a show that is exclusive content on the website. All you got to do is sign up. It's free. You sign up and you'll get access to a website-only show by Jim and Bango, who join me on NFL every Sunday. So those guys are great. They've been podcasting for a very long time. So go ahead and start tweeting about that. Let me know that's what you want to see, and let me know what else you want to see, and I'll see if I can make that happen. I hope you guys had a good time with Raw, regardless or not. You know what? We got one more phone call. Let's take one more before I get out of here. 540. You're the last caller of the night, I believe. What you got? You're live, Dead on Dave.
Yo, it's Pittsburgh.
Oh, I was about to. Well, if I would have known it was you, I wouldn't have took it. What's up?
Well, I don't know if you saw in the chat. Well, first I'm going to say congratulations to the Steelers.
Okay.
But you know, I just found out from my girlfriend that her ex is stalking me.
That's not good.
Yeah, so he's sending me all these messages telling me that he knows where I work, he knows where I live. I told him, you know what? You come on right over. You're not going to like the surprise you're going to get, because little does he know I carry. So he wants to try to come at my ass. His ass will be laying flat out in the yard.
So this might be your final show ever call it in, because you might go to jail for manslaughter.
Well, I wouldn't shoot him to kill him now.
I'm just saying, it sounded like you're going to kill this
teach him a
motherfucker.
lesson. Don't fuck with me.
I don't blame you, man. But don't shoot him. Just get yourself a good stick.
I probably won't shoot him. I'll just probably beat his ass.
Just get a stick. Get a stick and hit him with it. Hitting people with sticks is an effective way of defense. It doesn't matter what type of stick. You just find a stick. It could be a broomstick. It could be an umbrella stick. It could be a hockey stick. It could be a golf stick. No, you'd call it a club. No, it's a stick. A baseball bat. No, it's a baseball stick. They're all sticks, just different sizes. So what you do is you grab any type of stick and you bust them up the fucking side of the head with it. That's all you got to do. And if you do it well enough, you'll see white meat. You want to see the white meat. That's the important thing, Pittsburgh boy. If you see the white meat, that means you hit him properly with the stick. Okay?
And he's saying how he misses her and all this shit. Well, he's the one that cheated on her, got some whore pregnant, so that's your own damn fault, buddy.
Yeah. Getting personal tonight. No, doesn't bother me none, though. I love hearing stories about revenge. But you got anything else for me, Pittsburgh? You weird fucking guy, you?
Just congrats to your Cubs, I guess.
There you go.
Fuck Arietta.
There you go. You're a good guy. And see, now I can be gracious as well. Congratulations to Pittsburgh for eking out a victory tonight.
Well, I thank you.
You're welcome. Now, over the fucking top rope you go. I love Pittsburgh boy so much. He's so much fun. All right, Dead on Dave, congratulations. You have earned yourself, because you're annoying the fuck out of me, you've earned yourself a block. It's hard to get me to block you, but if you're going to call in and just play stupid sounds and shit, I'm just going to block you. I'm just going to block you. It's right, though. A sledgehammer stick, a kendo stick, a drumstick, a chicken leg stick. They're all sticks when it comes down to it. No, brass knuckles are not a stick. That's right. Pittsburgh boys challenging this man to a fight. I think we need to have a fight. And you know what, Pittsburgh? If you do have a fight with this guy, make sure you film it. Film it and send it to me. I'll air that fucking thing. It'll be great. Jake Hardy gives Raw 10 out of 100. He invented his own scale. Huzzah. Hey, but look, it was a good night tonight. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. We had a good one. You guys take it easy. I think I'm done. I'm falling asleep. My voice is just shredded shit right now. Yes, my voice has gotten to the point where the shit is hardened and you're able to shred it. It's shredded shit. Coming soon to a breakfast cereal near you. I don't think it's going to do well, though. I don't think it has a good roll of the tongue. Eat your shredded shit this morning, kids. I just don't see it happening. But look, I hope you guys had a good time. Thanks for all the support in the chat and everything. I'm going to take my ass to Dreamy Dreamland, and I'm going to dream about making love to all you fucking motherfuckers. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dream about having sex with each and every person in this chat. I hope you don't mind. I don't mind. You can dream about having sex with me too. That's what I do. I'm here for you. I fulfill your hopes and dreams and fantasies, your wants, your needs, your desires, your loves, your fantasies. I'm attainable, and so are you. And remember, like, subscribe, and share. That's all you got to do. And as always, If you don't have talent, have talented friends. And you always got a friend in the copious fat man. We'll see you next time. Peace in the Middle East, but only with chicken grease. Palestinians hate the Jews. Jews hate the Palestinians. Keep your clothes on, kids, unless you're solo in the shower. We'll see you next time. Peace out.